closest to heaven that I've ever been, and I don't want to go home right now. Okay, let's get it going. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today, with Sex Ed You Wish You Had, with me of course, Yangini Saidi, we're talking about how to give head to a penis, ladies and gentlemen, how to suck some dick. I'm about to take your head game to the next level. This is a topic that's not really discussed enough because, you know, people kind of don't want to discuss it because if gents are talking about it, then it's gay, and if you know, girls talk about it behind closed doors, because then it's like kind of like slut shaming and all that shit. So, but we're breaking down those boundaries, and we don't give a shit because everyone sucks dick, everyone eats pussy. It's a part of life, and it's time to normalize it and talk about it. So, with no further ado, let's get into the video and talk about how you want to take your head game to the next level, right? I'm going to be talking about things about how not to fucking gag, because that thing is in your throat. Yeah.
Oh! Somebody! Oh.
Anyway, about how not to fucking gag as well when you're sucking some dick. But mainly we're talking about 4 things, right? Number 1, communication. Number 2, foreplay. Number 3, the anatomy of the penis. And number 4, and definitely not least, some combos that are going to communicate and take your head game to the next level, right? A few do's and don'ts as well at the end of the video, so stay tuned because you're going to want to hear these tips on how to give good head to a penis. Without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, we'll talk about foreplay, right? Foreplay, there's not too much to say about it, right? It's foreplay, right? And a lot of people struggle with it because to have good foreplay, you have to be comfortable within yourself. But yeah, I'll just give you a few tips on how to do some good foreplay, right? Firstly is intimate touching, not complicated. Hands anyway, hands with consent, of course. Hands in the inside of the thigh, hands on the ass, hands on the back of the head. If the person who's got the penis has a brush cut or something like right here, crazy, all right? Crazy, you get that going. You've got those acrylic nails right here. Anyway. So intimate touching, right, around vulnerable areas, that's how we get started, right? Another point of foreplay is that communication is also important, right? When you're starting to have some good foreplay, you can learn foreplay and communication interlinked with dirty talk, right? So you can communicate your intentions, but also in a nice way, like, hey, I'm about to take your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like that. If you don't know, if you're not creative and you don't know how to make like your own lines, because it can get cringy, just copy from someone who's got good lines already. Copy from music. That's what, I'm not sure if I do that, but that's what a lot of people do as well. Copy from, like, I'm pretty sure Meg Thee Stallion or someone got some lines that are heat. So yeah, that's how to get the foreplay going, right? Because you want to build the jug, the vat of connection, of sexual intimacy, and that's essentially the point of getting there. We don't want to just start sucking dick because then it kind of feels transactional, like it's not necessarily an intimate act, but rather just something you have to do. And that is not really enjoying it to its fullest, in my opinion, my humble opinion, right? Yeah, so go ahead and plagiarize some Meg lines, communicate, and get that foreplay going. Number 2, leads me straight into communication, right? Communication is very important. Before you even start foreplay, you need to understand what the person wants, because everyone wants something different. And as soon as you've communicated, you've covered the first boundary of any sexual interaction, and that's consent. As soon as you've communicated. That's why communication beforehand is extremely important, right? But yeah, you're like, what, 4 minutes into this video, and you're like, yeah, just show me how to suck a dick. I'm getting it. Right? So to help me with the human anatomy behind sucking dick, I've got a few friends that I'll show you. Essentially, dick comes in many different shapes, sizes, right? And it's okay. We love all dicks out there because dicks are beautiful, because dicks are part of human beings, and we love that, right? So I'll show you a few examples of what you're likely to find. This would be like, you know, a common dick. This is a fairly big dick. No cap. Look at my head for what's that? My head for size. Yes. So this is about quite a big penis you'll find. This one will be about average size, and you see it starts big and tapers to the end, and something like this would be a bit shorter and stubbier, which is perfectly fine as well. And you have like long, thin penises, right? And then you have like your curved penis. Like penises can curve, like a lot of can curve up like D. That's quite common. Can curve down like D. Some penises curve to the side, man. Penises curve, and that's perfectly okay. You just have to be gentle, especially with curved penises, because the mechanics of it can get a bit uncomfortable. But yeah, communication, that will sort you out. But yeah, we love all penises, all shapes and sizes. And today I'll just be using this one as a test dummy because it's just easiest to use. So let's talk about the anatomy, right? The anatomy, we're discussing four major things. We're going to talk about the head, we'll talk about the foreskin, we'll talk about the shaft, we'll talk about the scrotum encasing your testicles, right? So with the head, right, it's a very erotic zone, right? It's very fragile. Very, very fragile. It's my hairspray, actually. The head, you kind of want to use it like the clit. It's a very erotic tissue, but you don't want to overuse it. You get me? Mm-hmm. Then there's the shaft. It's going to hold, the head's going to be attached in the end, and you want to use the shaft to kind of massage it like the wrist action. You see, like the clean. You want to use the foreskin. The foreskin to retract, but you want to use it as well to kind of move up and down to create that extra layer in between the shaft and your hand. That's very nice because it feels like you're almost in one with the dick. Not that it's a separate entity, but you're aligned with it, and that's amazing. And then your scrotum, right? People ask, should you lick the balls? If you're comfortable with it, do it. People like it. Lick the balls, put them in your mouth, but don't be too hard with them because those testicles are primary sex organs. They're very fragile. Your body will protect them at all costs. If someone buys my balls, I'm hitting someone, like, because that's violence, man. That's crazy. Anyway, let's get into really how the mechanics of sucking dick, right? So you're gonna approach the dick, right? You're gonna look at it like you're not gonna look at it. But essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be within foreplay. Don't make everything about the dick because you get scared. So the dick is going to be in your hand like this while you're kissing, or you're making out, or you're doing other things, right? You're making your way slowly towards the dick, circling it with your hands. That's what you want to be doing. Don't make the dick the primary focus. The human being is the primary focus, right? And I guess I didn't emphasize that in my last video as well about eating pussy. The human being is the primary focus, right? So as you're building up foreplay, like I said, again, you're going to get there. You're gonna hesitate. You're gonna hesitate, man. You're gonna hesitate, and then you're gonna get there again. And finally, what you're gonna do is, if you want to be sensual, like, go off. Personally, for me, I like sensuality, but if you want to be sensual, you can get there after stroking with your hand, right? After introducing it, making both you and your partner comfortable with the hand. You know, give it a little. Gotta kiss the tip, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but yeah. So you can do that. You can have fun with it, and then essentially what you're gonna do is it's gonna be something you're gonna put in your mouth, gonna rest it on your tongue, and it's gonna hit the top of your palate, and then that suction together is gonna feel very nice, right? So you're gonna work that on the head, and then as far as you can get, I guess, going down to the shaft. So now your mouth is gonna be going up and down on the penis, right? And you're gonna be using your hand just to hold the shaft in place. So there's two things you want to remember when you're doing this. Number one, teeth. Your teeth are sharp. No one likes teeth on your erotic tissue. We don't like that, right? No one with a penis will tell you likes that. That's crazy. That's number one. So what you're gonna do to avoid the teeth is you're gonna create a layer between the teeth and the penis with your lips, like this. See, that's the perfect. You want to make an O. Make an O. You clean. All right. So that's gonna be the layer between the teeth, your teeth, and the penis shaft and head. And everything is fixed, right? Number two you want to remember is deep throating, right? You don't have to deep throat. Personally, there's been a lot of great experiences with a lot of deep throat. You don't need that. But you can, if you want to, you can. And a lot of people do like it, right? So with deep throating, right, what it's doing is the penis head is going to hit your uvula. And your uvula essentially closes your nasopharyngeal opening in your head. So it closes essentially the gap between your nose and your mouth. The penis is going to hit that, and that's going to cause a gag reflex, right? And that gag reflex, because your body's like, oh, we don't like that. We want to get that out of here. So your body's like, huh. So that's essentially what the gag is, right? So there's many ways to turn off your gag reflex. You can't really turn it off. What you're doing is you're going to learn the signal and you're going to not listen to the signal, right? Because you know you're in no immediate danger, and that's perfectly fine. Like, you can't get hurt from deep throat unless obviously it's violent or whatever, but good, clean deep throat, you won't get hurt. What you're going to do, right? I learned this from a YouTuber a while ago. What she told me was, you're going to take your hand, you're going to go like this, and you're going to bend your fingers over like this. When you're squeezing your thumb, your gag reflex is turned off. You see? Just do this, squeeze, clean. You touch your uvula and you don't gag. So that's number one. Number two, you can practice your getting through the gag reflex by breathing through it. There's techniques that allow you to recognize the signal, breathe through it, and be like, no, we don't need to focus on it, and then everything is calm, right? So yeah, those are two ways. You can check which one works for you. But yeah, now that we've kind of gone through a few processes of sucking dick, right? I've shown you, you're going to be stroking right here with your hand on the shaft. Cool. You've got the head in your mouth going in and out. That's cool. It's calm, right? Now I've shown you that, I'm going to teach you your finisher, right? The move that's going to take your head, the move that's going to take this person's soul away, right? This move we call the salt and pepper 3000, right? This move has been changing sloppy toppy for the past decade, man. And honestly, I'm joking. Anyway, so you're about at the end of your process, and things have kind of they've been really good because you've been following the tips, and now you just want to give it that je ne sais quoi. What you're going to do is you're going to combine the two, right? So first you're going to start with your hand, all in wrist action, wrist action, right? Hand. Then you're going to put the head in your mouth, and it's going to rest on your tongue, and you're going to make a circle like these, circles around the head. And then, first of all, those two together is a banger already. Now he thinks he's done. Now he or she, now the person with the penis thinks you're done, but you're not. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your second hand together, salt and pepper 3000. You see, and now it's in your mouth, it's going crazy on the head. Your tongue is going circular motions as well. The person is moving through a kaleidoscope of emotions right now. Peace. I have to obviously give you a few do's and don'ts that are so essential to giving head. So let me fill you in before I say goodbye. I really hope you enjoyed this video though. I enjoyed making it. But before I say goodbye, a few do's and don'ts. First, do communicate your boundaries. If you don't want to swallow, if you prefer to spit it out, or you don't even want it in your mouth, you want ejaculate to arrive somewhere else, dude, body shots are also your friend. Like, body shots are your friend. Just communicate that before, so you guys both know where you are, and the person can signal you when they're about to ejaculate, and you can finish with a hand job or something like that. But yeah, there are ways around it. Do suck the testicles and the scrotum, and do stroke the shaft at the same time. Right? Get a little bit of suck and stroke. Brilliant. Don't squeeze too hard, because testicles are primary sex organs. They are delicate, right? Delicate. Do change pace, right? Do vary your pace, but start off slow. Slow. There's nothing better than something slow and build the vat. Like I always say, the jug of excitement. Don't ravage the dick. Don't, because you're trying to make the person ejaculate. Ejaculation is not the point. You're trying to enjoy it as well. You understand what I'm saying? If you, a lot of women, in particular, because women get manipulated into giving head quite a lot, but a lot of women do report that they try to do this because they want to get it over and done with, right? Let me get this straight. If you're giving head to get it over and done with, and it's not for the pleasure of yourself and the person you're giving head to, then you're being manipulated. You're a victim. But that's a story for another day. End of the day, just give head if you want to, and don't give head if you don't want to. You should not be manipulating people into giving head. But yeah, conversation for another day. do put a lot of saliva on the penis and a lot of lube, right? The sloppier, the toppier, the better, right? You understand what I'm saying? The more, the better. Don't be firm, right? Dicks are fragile, dicks are curved. Don't break the curve. Like if it's curved like D, don't try to pull it like this. Go with the curve, right? You wanna, like I said, you wanna go with the curve, clean. Do make eye contact right before the point of climax. Because eye contact is one of the best things on planet Earth. I promise you, closest to ascension that I've ever been. And I don't want to go home right now. Yeah, that's it for me today, man. At the end of the day, you have to practice. Practice makes perfect. If the more you do it, the more you get better at it, and the more you probably enjoy it, and the person will also enjoy it, right? Also, I'm no sex guru. Disclaimer, I'm no sex guru. I'm just a senior med student who's passionate about sexology and passionate about breaking down social norms and being the change I want to see. So, yeah, don't listen to me if you don't feel what I'm saying. Listen to me if you feel what I'm saying. If it helps you, great. If it helped you, share this video. Give it a like. Maybe subscribe. I don't know. And last but not least, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. You guys, I know you. You guys are the ones that I do this for, man. That's crazy. So I appreciate that so much. And yeah, next video, I'll be talking about black bodies within medicine. How ghetto.